Kathy Kelly interviews Rey Mysterio to review the Penta Laredo Kid match that he deems a banger. Dragon Lee comes to thank him for putting him in this tournament. Thank you so much. Rey's like, you don't have to thank me. And then Dominik comes in. He's pissed he's not in the tournament, which is like a legitimate gripe. He's a triple. I guess you're the AAA champion. That's you've reached the pinnacle of the.
He doesn't have a mask though.
You have to have a mask to be in this tournament?
No, it's supposed to be for all the luchadors. I mean, he is the king of the luchadors. I mean, well, he gave his explanation. He's like, you don't need any more handouts. So,
yeah, well, Dirty Dom is upset, and Dragon says, hey, you got to show more respect. And Dominik says, no, I'm not. So Dragon Lee says, well, then I'm going to talk to Adam Pearce. Okay. Okay.
What do you need in your professional wrestling, drama? Okay.
All I can say is if anyone saw the AAA on Saturday, Dominik Mysterio is so awesome on that show. He did this sit down with Andrea Bazarte, the girlfriend of one El Grande Americano. He was so good in this segment. He's so cocky. And I mean, just this guy speaking Spanish, he feels like he's a 10 times bigger star when he's speaking in Spanish. And then I watched him on Tonight's Show between this drivel backstage, and then he is just used for like fodder in later. It's just, you could not watch this guy and believe this is the same person on these two shows, one of which he's like this superstar on AAA, and here where he is another person that is just an undercard heel. Dirty Dom against Dragon Lee. It was utterly quiet for this match. Dom goes for the three amigos, and it's turned into an inside cradle. And then Dom drops Lee's knee onto the top rope. And we turn from break. And during the commercial break, this has now been elevated, according to Michael Cole, to a grudge match. Finally, this grudge, it's reached a boiling point tonight in Norfolk. Tornado DDT by Lee, and then a Tope Con Hero that Michael Cole is now calling Fly Like a Dragon. He was trying very hard to repeat, and Corey was not going for this new term. Michinoku driver by Dom, and then he hit a 619 from the floor, then another in the ring, goes for the frog splash, lands on the knees, and Lee is up. Operation Dragon for the win in 10 minutes and 33 seconds, which clearly Dragon Lee gets a title shot out of this, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen reports out there about like Dominik being unhappy with his Raw role, and
I'd be furious when I compare the two of how I'm used one place and where I'm used the other.
Yeah, I mean, you never know, like with these sort of things, whether or not it's like them actually just intentionally feeding this stuff out there. But this seems like a finish almost like to deliberately play to that, or at least like in complete ignorance of that fact, because here's a guy who's the champion of your brand you're trying to promote with this tournament, and he's taken clean losses. And I understand wanting to push Dragon Lee and just build him up, because of this tournament, but not beat
JD McDonough. That's
not
what his
at the
role
expense
is.
Of your AAA champion. So I don't exactly know what's being built up here, but the effect is certainly makes you feel somewhat sympathetic for Dominik Mysterio, which is not, I think, the type of effect that they want. So I don't get it, really.
And then As if anyone was saying, well, at least the silver lining is we're trying to get Dragon Lee over for this tournament. No, it's suddenly WCW 1999 and in runs Big Cass to murder Dragon Lee with the East River Crossing. I mean, unbelievable. Unbelievable, this entire segment, dude. Like, they just made everyone look so awful here, minus Cass. And then Javon comes out to fight him and gets laid out with a forearm trying the OG cutter. So this was all a segment in service of Big Cass, and they just murdered everybody in his circumference. And man, we're counting down. We have 3 weeks left till the end of the summer, when Paul Heyman had said Javon will be a marketing attraction by the end of this summer. And if you don't believe that, you're either looking at it the wrong way or we screwed up. And I don't think we're going to screw up. So we got 3 weeks for Javon to become a giant star.
Will the win over Big Cass make him a marketing attraction?
I don't think that win's coming, Way. So I don't think we're going to have to answer that question.
Yeah, I guess not. Yeah, again with this match, action was Dominic and Dragon Lee. Action was strong, but maybe a little bit surprising in that it received even less reaction as the Laredo Kid Penta match. You know, you would have thought a bit different considering it's Dom and Dragon Lee, two established Raw guys, but this was maybe not that well received. But again, I thought the action was strong. It's just not that much interest from this crowd, and this finish with the booking of Dominik Mysterio and the value for Dragon Lee completely wiped out by Big Cass immediately afterwards. Pretty perplexing.
We are wrapping up the summer big on the Post Wrestling Cafe as John Pollock and Neil Flanagan are flying to London, England for live on-the-ground coverage of AEW All in London. Also this month, we conclude our reviews of Dark Side of the Ring and WWE Unreal Season 3, reviews of ROH's Death Before Dishonor and TNA Lockdown, Rewind Away will cover the WWF Aggression album, and Book Club will cover Total Nonstop Agony by Vince Russo. Sign up now at postwrestlingcafe.com.